Hey y'all, it's Mo9, and you see it. I'm back at it with a pick a card reading. So today we are going over just like a general reading, what you need to hear right now. But I am doing it in the Celtic Cross tarot spread. I just thought this was like new and interesting. I really like doing tarot spreads, and I have a tendency to have my own like way of just like throwing down the cards. So this is like a new way for me. It's a new way for viewers, and it's really helpful. So we just gonna do a little. Let's see, not the back. All right, we have three choices. I think I'm going to stick to the three choices. Pile 1, Black Cat Tarot. Pile 2, Mayan Aztec Tarot. Wait, those are two different ones. This is the Aztecs. And Halloween Tarot. So yeah, you already know what it is. I will see you in your pile. Peace. Hey, pile 1, this is what you need to hear right now. We're doing the Celtic Cross spread, and I'm gonna do it and then flip them over one by one. I'm gonna let you know what each part means. So let's get right into it. This is the present, the challenge, past, future, above, below. My bad. I never did this flat anymore. Above and below. And then we've got your advice, external influences. Oh, it's off to the side. Hope I will get a better setup. Just working on it, my bad, y'all. And hope and fears. This is hope and fears. And this last one is the outcome. Leaning up against the talisman. So let's just get right into it. So the present and the challenge. Let's do it together. Presently, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. And let's see if I can move this. And the challenge. There we go. And the challenge is the Page of Wands. So here's the thing. You're making your progress in what you're doing when it comes to funds, financial, your money life. You're putting in the effort, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time to cultivate and to perfect. And you're doing a good job at it, so please don't rush yourself. The challenge is the Page of Wands. So what are you communicating as you go along this process? And who are you communicating it to? Are you reaching out to people? Do you need to for what you have to do? That is the real challenge here. Like, the communication, is it enthusiastic? Are you communicating to learn new things, to expand? Or are you just in the dungeon working? Do you need to communicate? It seems like that is something that needs to be addressed. So we're going to talk about the past with this. In the past, you did have a network. You had a network. I'll go ahead and put some lotion on. I never put lotion on. In the past, you had a network. 444 on the clock. Your like friends were your network. They were the people that you communicated with. My bad, y'all. I didn't want that ASMR on my dry ass skin. My hands are so dry since COVID because I just washed them for everything. I'm gonna start making creams or something for myself because I'm in high desert and then I wash my hands every second. It's crazy. So maybe like a whipped shea or a cream or something. So you're in the past, you had a network, and your network were your friends, and they were a good network for you. What's up, Baba?
What's up, bacon?
Okay, maybe that social group was a bit of a distraction even, but it was definitely something that helped you grow and progress because they wanted to see you grow. So in the future, you're going to reach that independence that you're looking for with the 9 of Pentacles. You are going to do it. Yes, you can enjoy your solitude, especially in the next steps of things that are coming. It seems like that's like important to this pile, solitude, because friends and communication keep coming up along with the work journey. But you're working on things and you will get the independence that you're looking for. You just keep going, keep moving. And if you need to communicate with people, it's important, especially if you're trying to learn new things. If you want to take that next step and you're looking to learn something new or learn a new way or advance, they're like, no matter what you're doing, especially if it's something that's like for your financial growth, that you're constantly in a state of learning. That's just life. So with this, it's important to communicate and be enthusiastic about learning new things and create a network that can help you learn new things, basically. So above, you're like heavenly, divine. What the heavenlies, all your upper body, 5-dimensional stuff is working with you or against you. I don't know. But as above, so below. So it's like your divine knowledge and then like your shadow work you got to do. So above here, you got the 10 of Wands. So you're being helped through your responsibilities and your struggles. It's important to recognize that, and as you're going through these divine struggles, they may be even for that sort of growth, it's important to communicate with your higher selves, your manifestation realm, whatever you want to call it. You can call it prayer, you can call it meditation, you can call it your divine knowledge, whatever it is. You need to be communicating with things larger than yourself in order to get through some of these trials and tribulations, and some of your responsibilities. It will help you navigate through it. It will help ground you as you go through the process. I know it's above, but whatever. So below, 9 of Swords. What do you do when you are nervous? How are you triggered? How have you triggered your own insecurities in this, or allowed outside things to trigger you? It's very easy. It's not even a bad thing. It just happens, honestly. It comes with the territory of existence. Naysayers, outside things, just kind of like triggering your self-esteem and how you react after that is triggered, or what you do after that is triggered. That brings me to the like seeking new knowledge kind of aspect of this reading. So don't let your insecurities make you not want to learn new things or feel like, oh, I'm gonna look stupid if I do this or that. No, I don't think you'll look stupid. You'll look like you're looking for knowledge. And if someone tries to treat you like you're stupid, they're a douchebag. Just let you know. They're a douchebag. Period. So here's the advice in this. You've got the 5 of Cups. Are you lonely? What do you do when you're lonely? What do you do when you're feeling left out, or like you don't have enough emotional support? It's time to reach out to people. Find communities you can trust, people that can uplift you, that have positive things to say, that can reinforce you as you affirm yourself. Not saying, yeah, like not saying we're going out looking for outside approval. It's more like I need people who can affirm who I am so that I can recognize who I am without having to be attached to them. Like there's this balance of it. It seems like there is an attachment to people, but is it in a healthy way? It seems like you do want to talk to people and find a network of people that will help you grow and expand and help you learn new things. But are you reaching out to them? And do you know the balance between, do you know the balance between giving yourself that space? Because, okay, yes, sensory overload happens with people, or like you get overwhelmed. Your social battery's like, nah, I'm good. There's that. And that's safe. But there's also a space where you need community. We all need community. It's legitimate and a healthy one. So, your external influences, the Sun card. Come on, get out of here with that stuff. Joy. What a great influence to have. Carefree joy. Not giving a damn, chilling, and also illing. Sorry, y'all. I was checking an alert notification. Okay, free flow. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Joy. Carefree, unapologetic happiness. Is this the strive? Yes. You can find it. You can find it within yourself, and you can find it amongst people. So, hopes and fears. 3 of Swords. Was it that past friendship? Is it a specific friendship that's triggering you to not want to talk to people? Or a continuous pattern amongst friends? Feeling, inadequacy came up, but it's more like feeling like, why are you doing that? Oh. It's more like feeling like left out, hurt. A lot of the I'm sad and left out and my emotional pain cards came out, and self-esteem. So it's time to really address the emotional issues that come with friendships, friendship dynamics, feeling like you don't deserve or you won't have the opportunity to experience certain healthy, beautiful things in life. Believe me, I feel you. Sometimes you're like, wow, everybody's a dick. Every single one of them. Wow. I mean, there is a culture of douchebaggery, but it does not mean that these people don't exist. You definitely have a group of people, a community that is waiting for you. Your main goal here, I had to smudge that out, that was hurting. The main goal here is to heal that part of you that is hurting from these unwanted situations. These things that trigger your emotional space. Feeling like someone is making you choose or making you feel like you're not enough. Or if you're not feeling enough because of another trigger. It's time to address that and heal the wounds that came with that. Feeling like someone's about to walk away or leave you because you feel like, or whatever. It's time to address those things so that you can free yourself into this joyful space. Here's the outcome in this situation. Oh, the Tower. Friend. If you don't address these emotional issues, actually, even if you do, either way, it's going to be a reconstruction of all of your relationships. Some of your relationships aren't supporting you. Some of them are. Some of them don't allow you to communicate freely and it like feel safe to express yourself and communicate about things you may not know about or you want to learn about. Some of these people don't support your emotional needs. Some of these people don't even make you happy or put burdens in your life. And if you want to progress forward, you can do it with a community of people who aren't dicks. So in the future, you'll be able to gain that independence for yourself, but you might have to do it with a different crew. You might have to do it with different people. You might have to do it after a big, long, hard, ugly cry. But it's gonna be done. Oh, it's not over here? Okay. Let's get your affirmation in and we out. Ooh. You guys might need to hear some stuff in pile 3. Okay, so I take responsibility for how I spend my time. I do not make time for drama. I make time for constructive healing. Were these people dramatic? Were you part of the drama? I'm not here to answer those questions. And even if you answer those questions in ways that don't make you happy, how are you going to turn it around? What do you need to release in order to change that? All right. Thanks for watching. You already know, y'all. You already know. Hit that description box and you'll find my website where you can find me on other social media platforms. So if you're like on a social and you want to get like, I do pick a cards and like social posts and recipes on different platforms. So you can check those out. And oh shoot, like and subscribe. Peace. Hey y'all. Hear that? That's Cleansania in the house, girl. Cleanse Isha is here. So I'm doing a Celtic cross. What you need to hear. And we're just gonna get into it. Okay, this is the present, this is the challenge, this is the past, this is the future, as above, so below, your advice, put it down, you can't really see it out there, external influences, hopes and fears, and the outcome. Let's get into it. I know I need a better view of this stuff. I'm working on it. I need a better stand in anything. So let's talk about the present and the challenge. Autonomy. Okay, so you got, this is, in this deck, I forget what it's called, but I know the meaning. I can't think of the name right now. It's right here. Is it right here? Whatever. Okay, so it's like autonomy and being yourself. So really, right now, you're claiming your divine autonomy and like who you are and the powers and the strengths that you are, and not really comparing it to anybody else. And your challenge is keeping your strength in that, because it's a lot to adapt to, especially in any environment. Autonomy is like, people will romanticize it and they're like, oh, I'm an individual. But like when it comes down to it and they're supposed to stand up for something, motherfuckers are weak. And they're like, I just don't want to be in trouble, and I just don't want to stir the pot. When literally the pot is like rancid acid, like, and maybe you don't need to stir acid, but you know what I mean. Anyways, but you do need to dump that shit, dispose of that in a healthy way. Things like that. You're still trying to like stay strong amongst this process. Feels in the past. Oh, a lot of people, like in the past, there was a lot of charitable efforts, there was a lot of giving and receiving. Things were very mutual in what you were building for yourself. Oh, I get people were showing you love. In the future, you'll be more balanced. If there's a legal situation, there's justice here for you. There's a lot of justice in the future. A lot of justice. A lot of karma. Like making things right. Balancing things back as they should be. Whoever said that, sure. Some people are like, it's a harsh ending to the undivine. I don't know if that's where I would go with that. But it is a cracking down on things that bring you out of alignment or out of balance or are trying to pull you in one way or another. There will be more balance coming in. So as above, communication with your higher self, you already are there. You got the high priestess as above. So you're literally like, you're like, girl, I'm already there. I be divining all the time. In fact, I need a break from divining sometimes. I want to be normal, girl. I'm just kidding. Not with the high priestess up there. Not with the autonomy here. Not with justice in the future. Who wants to be a normie? So this is very much like, yes, continue your healing practices, continue your meditation. Whatever your healing practices are, you can continue doing that. You can also like advance it, tap more into it, push yourself a little deeper into it, and it'll be great. So below your shadow work, decision making. Sometimes you have trouble making decisions. You are so passionate about so many things, it's hard to align to certain things or just like get to a like, should I do this or should I do that? I have so many choices. And I have a friend that talks about triggering their own anxiety by how many choices they give themselves. They're like, I'm abundant, but bitch, that's a lot. Like I want to be able to just focus on one thing. It's that ADHD life even, but you can trust your decisions. You make good decisions. And even if your decision or you're like, oh, I didn't really like that, you know how to either bounce back from it or take it as a lesson and keep it pushing. So stand firm in your decision-making process. That's the shadow work here. Okay, here's the advice. 9 of Cups. This is really, it's different for everybody, but it's time to like indulge in the luxuries around you without overindulging in them, if that makes sense. Do things that you're going to get what you want either way. So do things that you love. Do things that are fulfilling for you. The advice. Do things that are fulfilling for you. You're going to get what you want. Your cups will be filled. They will runneth over. And there you have it. Here's the external influences. The Temperance. Oh, wow. Okay. Be patient. There's a lot of peace in your life. There's a lot of love up in here. There's a lot of balance going on around you. And if it's not, it's coming. I had to burn one for that. So you don't need to feel like it's not, because it is here. and you are receiving it. You are receiving it. It is here. So take your time, indulge in your spiritual practices that keep you aligned and balanced. Keep doing those and investing in that process. It really is helping you a lot. It really is. Let's talk about your hopes and your fears. 5 of Wands. That's what takes you out of balance. People competing with you, people trying to tell you their ideals are better than yours, the autonomy here and staying strong amongst it. Did I make the right decision? Because these 3 holes over here talking shit and trying to make me feel like I'm not making the right decisions, even though it's not their fucking life. But it's like things like that keep coming up as challenges in your life. Competition, people just coming up to compete with you. There is like, and it happened collectively for the last few years. It's just like somebody, you're literally off in a corner minding your business, and somebody just like shoulder checks you and evilize you, and it's like, I'm competing with you. If you didn't know, now you know. And you're like, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know your name. You know, like, what is your fucking problem? It happens. It's like, it's social media culture. It's just a cultural thing of combativeness, needing to feel better than somebody else. It's really stupid. And it's something that you will run into. And these are the fears that you have. It is important to know that you can overcome these things. Take that challenge on as a challenge. Okay, you got beef? That's cool. Sounds like a personal issue. I'm at peace. My spiritual practices got me. I'm on my prayer. Like, I don't know what your problem is. I know myself. I'm autonomous. I know who I am. I know how to utilize the elements of the things around me and adapt to things to grow. And I don't have to overpower the next person to do it. So what you doing? You know, like, what are you doing? Petty shit. I'm on this major arcana life. You you not even a knight, girl. I'm on my major arcana stuff. You not even a knight, girl. That's really crazy too. I just realized you have a lot of major arcanas here of like definites, things that you definitely do, things that you definitely need, ways that you definitely grow. And everything else is like malleable. Like your shadow work or your decision making, you can fix that. The past is the past, use whatever. But it was still something good that helped you grow. The challenge is malleable. You could fix that. So here's the outcome. 4 of Wands. You may get married. You might get married. But you will be celebrated no matter what. You will be celebrated, and you will be able to build with others that celebrate you. You will have community that celebrates you and builds with you. No matter who fights with you, no matter how much they try to get up under your skin. Skirt, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They might as well just beat themselves up. Let's get an affirmation in here. Oh, you got the Selkies, and this is a confirmation of like being helped, but also remaining autonomous amongst the people that you maneuver through. So, the Selkies is a Gaelic mythology for mermaids, and these are like very beautiful people. Sometimes if someone is dissatisfied with their life, they will go and search out the Selkies to fulfill their lives. So keep that in mind. The Selkies do get condemned. They were considered condemned souls or fallen angels. Take that as you will if that's something that comes up in your life. So, yeah, it's just something to remember that you are very beautiful. You may have to code switch sometimes to survive, and people tend to condemn you or consider you condemned because it's almost like, what are you doing here? Did they kick you out of heaven for, cussing too much? Like, why are you here? So there's that. You want to make sure that you understand that you are a blessing in people's lives, including your own life. You are the blessing. Okay, y'all, that is it. You already know what it is. You see it all the time. You can hit that description box and find my website, as well as ways to find me on other social media sites. I have all kinds of things posting, and I'm very happy to do that for you. So if you want to check me out on other social media platforms, because you have them, you can do that. You can check out my website, and what else? Oh, like and subscribe. Thank you. See y'all. Peace. What's good? Pile 3. Just close this out.
Mama, can we have some milk now?
Yeah. So, we are doing what you need to hear right now via what? The Celtic cross spread, by doing Celtic cross spread. Ooh, somebody is dealing with fights. Ooh, over money, heartache, walking away, balancing a bunch of stuff. Oh my gosh, maybe even juggling people. This is just cards that jumped out while we trying to do the cross. Okay, let's do it. This is your present, the challenge, past, future, as above, so below, advice, external influences, hopes and fears, and the outcome. So let's do present in the challenge. Right now you're in love, but drinking may be an issue. Alcohol is getting in the way of your relationships or celebrating something you celebrated. No bueno. You probably partied a little too hard. Not the way to go. Or what you celebrated wasn't ethical. Whatever you celebrated, however you were, it's getting in the way of your love life. In the past, you could have got married. You could have been married. It was very you guys really loved each other. You had their spark was there, the flare was there. It could have been communities of married people just working together in tangent and, doing their best. The future of this is you really claiming your talents and your strength and your own sense of beauty. Really just claiming yourself and your own power and expressing that and doing that freely without having to feel like you need to do it in order to fit in. So your higher self is the as above. I think there needs to be a level of your higher self, the things that are above you, your spiritual existence, whatever you want to call it, is helping you to get through burdens and stay motivated and passionate. It even is probably some of your creative drive, is your spirituality. What keeps you passionate as you go through trials and tribulations, what keeps you passionate about moving forward or even getting through these challenges or even taking on these challenges of life. Your spirituality, your faith system, that's what's really helping you. The shadow work that needs to be done here is taking action without thinking, there needs to be a level of cutting through any sort of confusion, uh, jumping to conclusions, being aggressive. You may even be aggressive with your faith. That comes up. What the advice here is the Ten of Cups. Places, communities, people that you enjoy being with that help uplift you. It's time to keep yourself in those spaces, those uplifting spaces. It'll help affirm you and it'll help give you a space to freely express yourself without being in any sort of combative situation. Excuse me. These cups, though, just whatever your turn up is, whatever you do to have a good time with your people, or what you do when you turn up, fine, that's great, but don't let it hinder your relationships, your growth. If I used to have a friend that would always get in bar fights, I'm like, oh my god, I just went to the bathroom, bro. Like stuff like that. Maybe being a little hot tempered when you are litty in the city, or just maybe just too much celebrating, not enough working on your responsibilities and your passions. So external influences here are competition, and that, didn't I say fights were coming up earlier? There's competition amongst your friends. You may involve yourself in these competitions. Y'all do it without even thinking. You may be like competing. Oh, my partner's the best. We're the best team of blah blah blah. You know, just like thinking you are the best and combating with people to be the best. That's unnecessary, and it's something that keeps coming up. It came up when I was shuffling. It might involve drinking. It might involve your responsibilities. It might even be what makes you passionate about getting over any sort of challenges. Is like wanting to be better than somebody else. All that, that needs to be addressed. Deal with that. Ew. It's not going to work, and it's not going to give you a space to be able to feel free with your friends and have a good time and with your loved ones. So the hopes and the fears in this is the Queen of Bats. It's almost like you don't want to be set free from this, or you're afraid you're gonna have to not use legal services. You're gonna have to be more honest about what's going on in this situation and cut some people out and be no nonsense about it. There's a level of needing to be no nonsense, and it's almost like maybe you like a little bit of the nonsense because it gives you a sense of power, but no. The real sense of power is the honesty and the loyalty. Having honest, loyal people in your life, that's the real power. So there's going to be a need to cut through this, all this extra tension created by all this unnecessary fighting and feeling like you have to compete amongst the people that are supposed to be your buddies. This happens, I'm telling you again, it happens a lot when you drink with them. There's something that's triggered there. Or party, whatever your turn up is, whatever your party thing is, that is what is part of like creating this competitive nature where there should be more camaraderie. Here's the outcome of this situation. The Sun, see, you're gonna get through this, but there needs to be some boundaries set, bro, for yourself. Like you set the boundaries for you. You do it. It needs to happen, or it's going to just be like a cycle of competitiveness. Like, you're gonna get out of this once you stop interacting with people that compete with you. And like, your friends should not be trying to compete with you. Camaraderie, not competition. Ooh. Yep. Oh, so truth will be illuminated in this situation no matter what. And you will be happy with people who are loyal. And you'll be happy with the decision of cutting certain people out. Let's get an affirmation, additional advice, whatever. I take time for healthy self-evaluation. Sometimes it's okay to take a step back and reevaluate the situation in my life. I know the difference between solitude and isolation. So you don't have to isolate yourself, but you do need to get away from ish. These competitive drinkers, these competitive turn up people, these keep up with the Joneses while you turn up type, whatever. Hit the club and blah blah, or don't even hit the club. It's like a social, whatever. No. If they can't take time to do self-evaluation, they'll shun you for that. It's time for you to evaluate the situation in healthy ways and what's going to be, I don't even know about the self-improvement word, but it's just going to be like safer for your growth and the stability of your relationship. So there's that. Hopefully that was helpful, and hopefully that made sense, because I did y'all's kind of fast. I'm sorry. I gotta get back to parenting and, doing my life. So I really love y'all, and I'm so glad you took the time to watch this. Thank you. Thanks for your support, especially the ones who've been watching over time. Yeah. So go ahead and, you know what it is, hit the description box, my website, my other social media platforms, and ways to donate to the channel. You can also like and subscribe. Peace.